Warning! This video is only suitable for viewers 14 and over, so if you're 13 and under, bugger off.
Tell the price. Target is in sight.
Take him out.
Affirmative.
Good 9.
Target is down.
Nice work.
Hello everyone, Ash here and welcome to another episode of Special Talks. Today's episode is a video game review, and the video game I will be reviewing is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019. Yes, and please note I will be going into spoilers about the solo campaign, because yeah, that's the main reason I like games. So yeah, a bit of background. I'm not really a big multiplayer game. I'm really quite crap at it, but I do love solo adventures, and the Modern Warfare of the past were some of the best storylines in any first-person shooter. I really feel they are the peak of first-person shooter storylines when it comes to solo adventures. So I was super excited when this reboot, or was it a continuation? We don't know, but now that I've played the game, as I said, spoilers, it is a reboot, which was really cool because you actually find that out. Well, you have hints of it during the whole campaign, but you really confirm it at the last cutscene is when you're confirmed that this is a reboot. So the basic plot of the game is that a gas has been stolen from Russia and is now in the hands of terrorists. Obviously, the good guys want to stop this gas, and they're led by Captain Price, who takes on a mission joint with the UK and the CIA, and they just want to find this gas. And along the way, they get involved in rebels from a country which I can't remember at the moment. Sorry. So yeah, and they just want to find this gas. Along the way, there's lots of different twists and turns. I know I said it was spoiler, but I'm going to try and not spoil the storyline as much, but just talk about some of the missions which are fantastic. But overall, this story was great. It had some really intense moments. Straight away, there's a scene in London where it's really fucking shocking, and I was like, bloody hell. But it also shows how much of a badass Captain Price is. But seriously, it's intense. As with the other Modern Warfare games, you have a number of different missions which are really cool. So you have this one mission where you're a sniper, and it's really realistic because you have to check the wind and then check the distance, and that was so cool. It gets intense because at one point you have the suicide truck heading your way and you have to take it out before it blows you up. Another mission which is a callback to the previous games is when you're flying drones and you need to bomb the enemies because the heroes are trapped, so they call in this drone and you control the drone, so you're like firing rockets. I don't think it's a drone. Is it a drone? I don't know. It might be an aircraft or something like that. But you're in an aircraft, whatever it is. Another mission which is really cool and really kind of funny is you control these radio controlled planes, which obviously are loaded with C4. So you need to fly them into either choppers or bases. And it's cool because the game switches between you on the ground and then you call up this radio control plane to take out something. So yeah, I really like that as well. And of course you have your normal Call of Duty first person firefights, missions, taking out tanks, taking out men, taking out everything. Yes, this game is really cool. Going back to the storyline, as I mentioned at the start, it is confirmed that this is a reboot, especially in the last cutscene where you get Captain Price talking to his CIA handler, and he's requesting members to join a special task force, which will be the 144 or the 411 or the 414. I don't know, but it's the team that was in Modern Warfare 2. So he's basically building this team. So he requests his people, and they are characters which we love. We have Ghost, which was a crowd favorite from the previous game. Damn you, Shepard. Anyone who knows the original games know what I'm talking about. And then you have Soap. So Soap will be back. Soap was a main character in the first 3 games, because he was the character you actually controlled in the first game and in the 3rd game as well. So yeah, that's really cool. And then also we find out that the character who's been helping Price all the time is Gaz, and Gaz was a character from the the original game. So yeah, it's confirmed that it is a reboot. So that's really cool, and I love that they left that right to the end. They left you guessing, is it a reboot, is it a continuation? You don't know until the last cutscenes. And although I'm mostly talking about the campaign, I would like to mention the multiplayer. I have tried it. It does seem very smooth. Loading time was quite fast, and the games are really intense, because as I said, I did try them. I did terribly. I think I got 1 kill and died 8 times, and our team lost. But I did give it a try. The multiplayer games are intense, and they're really not that good for someone who's quite useless like me. But they are cool, and I can see why people love the Call of Duty games for the multiplayer. Now, the only small complaint I have about this game is that the campaign feels quite short. And as I mentioned, I'm not the best gamer in the world, hence why I don't do a lot of video game reviews, because it usually takes me ages to finish a game. However, I finished this in 1 week, and I didn't really play it that much. There were a couple of days where I did 4 or 5 hours, and there were a couple of days where I just did 1 hour. So yeah, the game feels kind of short. I didn't actually keep track of how long it took me to complete it, but I reckon it's between like 12 to maybe 16 hours, so that's quite short for a single player campaign. However, saying that, the game kept me involved, because I kept wanting to play it. I was at work, I wanted to play it. I was somewhere else, I wanted to play it. That's how good of a storyline it had, and how good the gameplay is. So anyway, before I give you my final thoughts and rating for this game, let me know in the comments down below, what did you think of Modern Warfare 2019? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Or do you think it was just okay? Also, do you buy the Call of Duty games for the single player campaign, or mostly just for the multiplayer? Let me know, because it'd be interesting to see what other people think. So, since this is a video game review, I've decided to adapt the system which I grew up with, and which is near enough always used when rating a video game, which would be out of 100. You know, that's the only way to rate video games. So, in conclusion, I will give this game a 87% out of 100. Yes, the game was fantastic. It's brilliant. The storyline is amazing, and it's really cool that it's a reboot of a classic game. A reboot done well. The only reason I don't rate it higher is the campaign was kind of short, and the first game is still much more emotional than this game. Maybe the sequel will be more amazing. So I'm really looking forward to Modern Warfare 2, 2020 or 21, whenever it comes out. Call of Duty is finally back, because the last couple of games have been which I actually didn't even bother buying them, because I don't really like the Black Ops storyline. I didn't like the World War storyline, but this was Modern Warfare. This was something that I wanted to try, and I'm happy that it didn't disappoint. So anyway, that's it. I want to thank you all for watching this video. I've been Ash. If you did like it, remember to hit that like button, and also if you are new to the channel, consider watching some of my other videos down below, and maybe even hitting that subscribe button, because it really helps me out a lot. Also, keep your eyes peeled, because I'm hoping to do more video game reviews, and maybe the next one will be Jedi Fallen Order, because I'm starting that right now. So anyway, yes, until next time, I will see you next time. Bye bye.